Alright, welcome back to Diddly Squat Gaming. We are here trying to complete one of the tasks for the cement for the region. We are actually at the bottom of the quarry. And I picked a fantastic time to try my wheel. I have not actually tried it in the game without recording, so I'm a little nervous. I went ahead and disconnected the gear stick, so we will just use the flappy paddle gearbox and switch using that. I want to get a feel of the wheel in the game. And I gotta admit, I picked the worst possible place because if you guys have watched my previous episodes, I am not a fan of this quarry. So, with that said, if anyone can let me know why the truck seems to want to just auto start. I know when you hit the gas. I'm actually gonna also uncontrol. Do I want to uncontrol? Do I want to unplug my controller? I think I figured out how to use the camera rotation, so that's set up. I think. Okay, we're gonna go with it unplugged, and we're gonna get underway. And if I close this functions box, the truck will start up right away. And I cannot figure out why it's doing it. My accelerators are at 0. I'm not pushing the gas. I'm not doing anything like that. So I don't know what's going on with it, but for some reason it just instantly starts up. So apparently I'm not allowed to not have the truck move. And so if you look at the wheels are doing fine. Also, another thing that is annoying is that it doesn't want to self-center. I'm sure that's in the settings, but I looked and I couldn't find them. So but anyways, let's get underway and let's hopefully make an episode, because I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna go. But I do have to say, this feels really weird. Hopefully I moved the mic enough. I can tell you that this brake pedal is stiff. And a lot of people said that actually loosens up. Oh wow, this is getting awkward. Oh my, like, this is not working out for me. Gotta be a lot faster with the control inputs. There we go. Hopefully we're not, it's weird that the wheel doesn't auto-correct. That is definitely throwing me off a lot. Oops. And that's another thing that's going to throw me off. Is I want to move the camera, not... So there's... Yeah. There, I can move the camera. Did I winch onto something? This is very, very strange. I don't know how people do this. I really don't. It's very awkward for me to try to play with this wheel, which is a bummer, because I wish it was a little bit more simpler. I have under the settings that it's the G29 or the G923, whatever the new one is. It's the PlayStation layout, because I do plan on using it with my PlayStation 5 sooner or later. I kind of have to save up and purchase a whatchamacallit for it, a seat, so that I can play some racing games. I am gonna control. Oh, is it not? Oh, it's a little... Why is it so laggy? Yeah, I think I'll go to the next one. It's kind of hard. I guess maybe I use my mouse to handle the camera. So yeah, there's some things that are a little different with this, but I'll either hate it and not use it, or just have to get used to it and then love it. So I think I'm gonna go all the way around and out. Hopefully this won't be too troublesome. Concrete is actually quite heavy, so it is making this truck struggle just a bit. Let's back it up. Let's fix the front of the truck before. Yep, I still gotta figure out, remember, I'm gonna be slow doing this. Trying to shift these gears for now. I'm trying to remember exactly which, what gear paddle I need to hit, so it is going to be a lot harder to, yeah, like I am in low and I am not moving. Let's try to get off that rock. Nope. Much faster at rotating. I know it's going to be a lot harder. Like, I'm not even... Gotta get more speed. There we go. See, low isn't always your best friend. Let's go ahead and cut now. Reach over and grab the mic, or the mouse. Alright, and... Oh. Go ahead and throw it back in auto, so that my brake will back us up. This is where I wish the gear stick would be a lot... I really want to get the gear stick working. Because I feel like I actually drive a manual. Not my everyday car, but I do have a manual. Oops. So I do drive a stick, so I feel like that would be the next best step, is to drive one in this game. The other thing that I'm a little worried about is the audio, because I did have to relocate my mic because it was down low, and that doesn't go very well when you're trying to rotate your hand around 900 degrees around a steering wheel. So with that said, hopefully the audio is good. It looks like it's a little bit low if I'm just looking at the OBS, whatever that bar thing is that shows you your yellow, green, and yellow and red equalizer, I guess is the only thing I can think of that it's called off the top of my head right now. Let's actually cut in. Ooh. That hurt a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little worried about throwing a winch. I think triangle's the quick winch. Yeah. But like, to grab that, or to try to throw that, where am I? I am slightly lost right now. I think we still gotta go. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Nope, all good now. But yeah, what I was saying is it's gonna be hard to throw a winch out. And I don't know exactly. It's so funny, I cannot remember what button is to actually select the winch. Like, I know I gotta go in the menu and select attach and go from there, but like, it's just, with a controller, it's just intuitive almost. I mean, I have been playing it a while, so I did have to learn initially what the controls were. Come on. And it also doesn't really like me using the mouse, because then the game has a hard time just knowing whether or not I'm using the mouse or using the wheel, so it is, yeah, it is really annoying not being able to do this. So for sake of this game and for the sake of my sanity, no, I'm gonna stick with it. I was about to switch. Let's refuel. This should be everything. This should all be normal. This should all be what I'm used to. And then it's using the L2 or L2 and R2 buttons and the L3 buttons. Like, those are kind of nice that they're buttons on the steering wheel, but I guess I just have to get used to them. So let's stop the engine. What button? With the options? No, that's... What button is my menu? Oh, okay. Oh, found it. Sweet. So let's look around here real quick. Let's zoom out and use the mouse. So we have to take to the islands and to Drummond's. I'm gonna go up the mountain. I'm actually facing the wrong way, which is a little disappointing. I think Black River is gonna be the last place I go. If I go to Drummond Island, I can drop off at this warehouse. I can then take it to Drummond Island and drop off there. So I think that's gonna be the first 4 that we take over. So yeah, and unfortunately, oh look, the truck didn't start. Oh, I think if you touch the steering wheel, I honestly, that's all I did was barely touch the steering wheel, and it started the truck up. So let's go ahead and spin this around. I am actually hitting something. Or was I? Maybe I wasn't. I'm making stuff up right now. Yeah, so you have to get the camera. I think that's the hardest thing. It's so convenient with the joysticks. Oh, I'm kind of sad right now. I really am. All right, let's go ahead and let's lock that up. Let's go to the menu. Let's skip time. Hey, I'm figuring stuff out though. See, this is the important thing. You stick with it. And eventually I'll be using this as if I'm using a controller. It would be nice too if the camera would auto center behind the truck. I don't know why that's not an option. If it is, please let me know, because that has always really bugged me, but it wasn't. Once I started playing with the keyboard, with the controller, I used to play with just mouse and keyboard, and it was, I mean, I almost quit playing the game. It was so bad with the keyboard. You'd put a control, or you put a input in to steer, and it was just, you could not figure it out. Like, it was just, it's like it was really slaggy. I don't know. I really can't explain it without actually using the keyboard to control the truck. So like, we are ever so close, but we're fine. I'm like, yeah, we'll be fine, right? Like, that's no... Uh-oh. See, I looked down at the wheel to change the camera, because I cannot... I also gotta get... It's the opposite of the way that I want to go. It's... I almost want to invert those, because if you hit the left arrow button, the camera goes right. Like, it looks to your left. So I gotta get used to that. Or I invert it, because to me, you put left, it moves the camera to the left, which is, yeah, the opposite. So I don't know, maybe it's in the settings that it's inverted for some reason. I'm also not 100% sure why it's saying, I also, in the settings, it says something along the lines of paired pedals. I don't know if that's for if you have to plug your pedals into the computer itself. The gear stick and the pedals all basically plug into the steering wheel. So I don't know. I am just trying to get used to this. So there's a big difference in playing this game. Left and right aren't too bad, but up and down, like up brings up your function menu. So you have to hold it down to be able to move the camera, and that's the down button that moves the camera up, and then up button moves the camera down. So it's also inverted. But those up and down also bring up either that menu or that menu. But yeah, it's weird. Like right now I want to bring up my menu, but I don't want to bring up the menu. I want to move the camera. So that's a little shady. Do I wish that there were thumb controllers on the steering wheel? Probably not. It doesn't really make sense because your hands are constantly coming off the wheel and going back on it, or I'm driving with one hand. Honestly, driving with one hand is a lot easier than it is with two in this wheel, especially with the amount of 900-degree turning you got to do. So you can't change that though. You can change it in the settings to do, say, maybe 180, or even just a single 360. But yeah, so little things. I like the whole 180 degrees, because that's how it would be if you were hard right or hard left in a vehicle. You wouldn't just, oh, I turned it 90 degrees, I turned it 90 degrees the other way. You gotta go all the way around. So I don't know. Is there a such thing as too much inversion? Immersion? That's the right word. There I go again, screwing up English. I swear it's the only language I know. Wow. Yeah, what I know of Spanish doesn't count as a language. And French is muy. No, that's Spanish. So there you go. I can't even think of the word for a little bit in French. So, anyways, whatever. All right, so this is getting interesting. I'm getting a little bit more control. I'm still all over the road like a drunken sailor, but you know what? It's gonna take some time, guys, to get used to it. So if you prefer that I use the controller, let me know. Or if you prefer that I use the steering wheel, also let me know. Let me know anything, guys. If you guys have any comments, any concerns, any likes, dislikes, all that fun stuff, go ahead and let me know, and I will try to address it. Also, try to put a timestamp in, because I've had comments of people that just randomly comment on a 1 hour video something, and I don't understand what you're referring to, because unfortunately I don't remember everything that I don't remember 90% of what I talk about while I'm driving. So if you do like something, or if you have a comment about something, please timestamp it, because that will help me remember what I was talking about and what you're talking about. So But as you can see, we are getting close to our first drop-off. So this is kind of exciting. I'm actually starting to enjoy the steering wheel. I am still going to be a little bit nervous and apprehensive about using the winch, but I think for the most part it shouldn't be that hard to use. It's the quick winch where it saves you from tipping over that I'm probably not going to have the greatest ability of you know, throwing one down. Did I just turn off my engine by hitting triangle? Nope, that's the winch. That's cancel. So at least those are the same buttons. And same general location. Ooh. I just ate that concrete curb. That's okay, it's the trailer. You can't, I still don't know 100% if you can hurt the trailer. I don't think you can. So that also works as the clutch, too. That's unfortunate. So my clutch on my pedal will actually act as this button. Nope, that one there. So maybe, I don't know. It would be nice if I could just, I don't know, cycle through. No, you know what? It would be nice if I could put map neutral to my controller, or to my. Oh, you know what? I was too busy talking. We got to turn around. Although, you know what? We gotta come back this way anyway, so we'll hit that on the way back. That should be fine, right? Should be fine. I mean, I probably should have dropped him off. Would have made trucking a little bit easier. So, I mean, short of unfortunately, crashing and rolling, we should be okay. So let's go ahead and, nope, not that button. I'm gonna have a lot of that, so I apologize now. Let's go ahead and fill this bad boy up, and let's actually take a look at our map and try to figure out where we are going. Oh, wow. That mouse is sensitive. Sweet. We have to travel all the way around the map to there. Ooh. You know, I'd rather go to Island Lake. But that is the north of Island Lake, so we're kind of in the same situation where if we go to Island Lake, we have to drive all the way through Island Lake to get to pop out here. I wonder where. Let's look real quick. Let's go to Island Lake and figure out where our drop-off is. Okay, it's the lumber mill, so yeah, you'd have to drive all the way down. You'd come in here and have to drive all the way down. It's not too bad of a drive. It's actually not horrible. So yeah, we are. Oh, I don't know what to do because then I gotta come all the way back. This is not like it. We're gonna have to come all the way back. So we're gonna drop off this load and then come all the way back and take care of the Smithville dam. Look at me going off the road. We're gonna have to come back and drop off the Smithville. I wish I would have already done it. But it doesn't really help either way. I'm gonna have to come all the way back, so at least might start double braking. I don't know. At least I get some experience with this. And then, oh, see, there I go again. Throwing that quick line out, like, oh, it's horrible. I tried switching views and I don't remember. Nope, that's my horn, so that's my view. Alright, so I'll look a little bit more. Oh, come on. There we go. I want to just... Right about there is probably good. Again, this is where the eye tracker would come in very handy. Where if I'm driving first person... That's the other thing. How do I... Nope. Okay. So to throw it in... Okay. So that's kind of the same on the controller. Oh! Get out of my way, Steel. We're just gonna smack crap out of that until... Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on right now. I think the Steel has roped us in. Nope, that's the horn. Yeah, so let's back off. Let's go straight. One of these days I'm gonna delete that Steel. But something in my mind still tells me that I'm gonna end up using it one day. I guess that makes sense why I have all those scrap pieces of wood in my garage. That's the other thing. I guess I could... Yeah, I guess I can use my foot and activate the clutch to adjust. Actually, good question. I don't go... I really gotta get used to the mouse. Yeah, so I actually have to go right. Yeah, because left takes me to the pier. Alright, cool. Whoops. Let's go back. And, well, we're gonna keep going. Yeah, no. So one thing I learned in this game. Always refuel when you get the chance. Always. There's the fun glitching. Oh boy. I can't believe I'm halfway through this episode and I haven't done a thing yet. Except say how awkward this wheel is, but yet then praise it the next time around. I wonder if that spare wheel is actually causing drag. I know this mud is pretty slow. But yeah, I feel like it looks like it's dragging, but it doesn't leave marks in the mud as if it was dragging. So... Nope. Oh. Alright. I gotta push... Oh, you know what? I could push the clutch and do it that way. Alright, I see how this goes. Like, clutching up. It's kind of like shifting, right? But I really want to just downshift. Yeah, that doesn't do anything, so... Oops. Alright, anyways, we'll just keep going. We're gonna drive it like it's an automatic. And then maybe, once I start getting more comfortable with the wheel, I'm going to drop in the, I guess the stick part of it. It's nice to know though, like, you can't hear my wheel rotating. At least it doesn't show up in the equalizer on OBS, but who knows? I can hear my joysticks sometimes. Well, we are sinking faster than the Titanic. I don't think that's offensive to anyone, is it? Who knows? My analogies are pretty bad sometimes, so so yeah, we're just gonna slowly cruise through the mud here. Take it nice and slow. And it's now downpouring out, which is what it did all day today. And unfortunately, I was outside working in it. It's about, I don't know, 35 degrees out and raining. In fact, it's supposed to switch over to snow tonight and then snow tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. But luckily I was able to get the roof on, so I didn't get it shingled, but I at least got the boards up so that the interior of the bunkie is stays dry all winter. So let's go ahead and you might be able to hear my throttle, but that's just because I am mashing it. It's amazing how it picks that up. Anyways, I'll have to listen to the audio back and see if you can hear the wheel, because that does not show up. So hopefully it's a low enough sound that it doesn't show up on the recording. Although, I mean, I have watched recordings that have the wheel sound in the background, and it's not that big of a deal. As long as you can still hear... Ooh, that was bad. As long as you can still hear the person talking, I don't think it really ruins it. I mean, short of them sitting there saying, yeah, I use a controller, but yet you hear the wheel in the background, it's like, okay. But I haven't ever had that happen, so... Sorry, I'm trying to use the buttons on the steering wheel while the steering wheel's upside down. Everything is just slightly backwards. Alright, see, did it die? Did I somehow turn it off? No, it's still running. I don't know. Probably should have readjusted because that was close. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. It's like I said, the buttons are always moving. You never really know where it is, and the camera does a pretty good job on staying behind the truck. I don't know if that's... Maybe the camera is auto-centering. I don't think it does that with the controller or keyboard, unless they changed it. I've always played with a controller since about the, I don't know, second week of owning this game, and then obviously through all 50 odd episodes that I've recorded and put online. So I've never really noticed that the camera does, it does eventually center, so that's kind of good. You know what? I didn't even notice it until now, and I find that hilarious because I was complaining about it and I was so worried about how it was gonna work. It would be nice though. So developers, if you're watching, which I know you're not, if I turn my wheels all the way to the right, I feel like my mouse should be, or my camera should be doing this. And if I go all the way to the left, then it comes back this way. So that this is kind of what you would expect to see. Is just... Because then I know I'm turning left. I know what I'm looking at. You know, I know there's a stump there. I know I have some things to go around, but at least I can see. I don't know, just a thought. Definitely make it a optional thing. And even maybe give it a strength so that, you know, all the way left is here and then all the way right is here. And then when you slowly turn, or even have it inverse. I don't know why. Like, say I'm turning that way, that people want to see that side of the truck, which, I mean, I get why you would want that, because you basically have you see what you're running into, right? But that only works if it's a close call. And I've had a couple already where I smashed in and damaged my engine, but anyways, we are 35 minutes in and we are going to make our first drop off. Probably should have had at least 2 of these done by now. Oops. Do I need wood planks? I mean, does anyone know if I do? I mean, that's all that's here, so we're just gonna close that. All right, and let's head back because we now have to go back to where we dropped off, which is okay. It's not that big of a deal. We have to go back to the quarry. Oh god, that hurt. We have to go back to the quarry and drop off. Where do I go? Oh wait, am I even in the right? No. Well, you know what? Yes and no. I cut through here. You know what? That's the thing that I miss about the controller. We'll just go this way. It's fine. It's a little bit longer a way around, but I don't think it will be any harder.
I don't mind the wheels so far. Ugh, excuse me.
It's been a long day. I don't mind the wheels so far. With this truck. Now, with that said, I think it's gonna be a little bit more. It's gonna be a little harder with trucks where you're constantly having to go and see here. I want to switch. And I can't because I had to figure out what way the wheel was facing. But anyways, on vehicles where you're constantly turning on and off the diff, it's gonna be, it's gonna be a lot harder because I actually have to, hold this one and then hit square or triangle. So it's definitely gonna be a little bit slower. Especially in the beginning, because I'm almost gonna have to. I'm either gonna have to stop the truck, which is most cases what I'll do, and then rotate the wheel so that it's upright, so that I know it's, this button or that button. But I don't know. I can't believe that I'm using a steering wheel in this game, making it harder to play the game. Because it does make it more challenging to play this game with the steering wheel. I commend those who do it all the time. But again, the people that do it all the time probably aren't that great with a controller. So it's one of those things where it's what you're used to, then it's easier. So bring it back. There we go. Good. Just touch the sign. That's all right. Don't drive off the bridge. That would be horrible. I think I would just have to give up at that point. Alright, so we're down to 30 gallons, but we should be right around the corner to the gas station, so we have the perfect spot to fill up. Hey, I hit the right button that time, and then it's, nope. Oh, that was short-lived. That was weird. For some reason. We're gonna have that reverse. I hope that brake loosens up a little bit. I'm gonna check and see if maybe I can adjust it. I remember seeing a review where you could adjust the brake pedal on this. I thought this was the wheel where I thought people were complaining that the brake on the other wheel would get too loose. I can't wait till maybe for my birthday, because I bought the wheel for Christmas. I made it my own Christmas gift. I know. It's pretty sad. Come on, go to the pole. Really? There we go. That's what I wanted. Anyways, so I bought it for myself for Christmas. It's, you know, the excuse I use to buy myself things. And maybe I'll buy myself the chair for my birthday. I don't know yet. We'll see. Maybe I'll just buy it on a whim. I want a solid one, and I've been looking at like the play seat. So if anyone has any recommendations, I like the idea of the ones that fold up, but I just know that they're probably going to be very creaky and not flimsy, but they'll have a lot more flex to them. Where the, I forgot which one it is, but it's more of the tubular frame play seat. That one seems pretty solid. I did see the one complaint though about getting out of that chair. You have to put your hands, you basically put your hands right, it's a natural position to put them kind of on your side and push down, but that's like the weakest part of the chair because it's the part that adjusts. So, but you know, the chair says that it will support anyone over from 4 feet to, I thought I did the calculation to 7'2". So I'm definitely within that range, which is good. I have about a whole foot that I would have to grow before I wouldn't be able to, so that should be fine. Getting in and out of it probably is a little bit of a concern. I know they're not easy, or they're not the quickest, you know, it's not like getting out of an office chair, but, you know, there's nothing like being in the position that you would be in while driving a vehicle. So, which is funny because even driving my truck, I'm laid back a lot more than you would think. In a car, it's almost like you're laying down. It's kind of ridiculous when you think about it, and you see it outside of the vehicle. It doesn't feel like you are, but you are laying more prone than most people would think. Like even this, using the steering wheel in the truck, or in the in an office chair, because that's basically what I sit in, I feel like I'm upright way too much. Like I would be right up against my steering wheel if I was in my truck like this, which is bad because if the airbag goes off, it basically will break your face. So don't sit too close to the steering wheel, because your airbag will probably kill you, or at least hurt you in some way. So, but anyways, I guess that's the top tip for the day. Don't sit close to your steering wheel. I see people do it all the time, and I want to be like, I want to go tap on their window and be like, could you do me a favor and just back up? Because if that airbag, like, there's people that are inches away from their steering wheel, right? It's the little old lady. But I see younger people doing it too. And I'm like, did nobody ever tell you that that airbag comes out at like 300 miles an hour? And if you're sitting too close to it, you are getting thrown backwards into your seat. And then the force of whatever you hit, or whatever hit you, will then affect your body. So you're gonna get ping-ponged. No, not ping-ponged. What's that called? Oh, whoa. Okay, maybe I shouldn't talk and drive at the same time. You get, I guess it is ping pong, isn't it? No, what's the name of that game? Not foosball, not ping pong. It's pong. I don't know. I forgot what I'm trying to say. All I know is I'm running out of daylight. And I'm also all over the place, so... I really would like that re-centering. Because I just want to let go of the steering wheel and have it recenter. And yeah, so that's kind of a bummer. I might have to see if this is a viable option, or not viable, but see if it's possible. Whatever setting I need to click, whether it's in Logitech software, you know, thing, or if it's in the actual game menu settings. Yeah, because I've gone into the game and told it to, actually, you know what, I deselected it. So I wonder if that's it, where it's in the settings. It basically said something about games that don't have force feedback to add a spring tension anyways. I don't know if that would be the button that I need to pick, but that's what I'm going to do. Oh, there goes that brake. You really gotta mash this brake. But like, I'm barely putting a little bit of weight on it, and it actually engages reverse. So it's one of those things where I think I'm only like 40%. It's kind of cool to see. Alright, anyway, so we've got that taken care of. We do have a trek down the mountain, but we are just at almost 48 minutes. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here. It's going to be a slightly shorter episode, but you know what? Only by about 5 minutes or so. It's not horrible. But yeah, let me know if you guys are cool with me using the wheel. If you guys don't like it, I'm not gonna lie, I like it a lot better than when I first started playing 48 minutes ago. But I can picture having issues with other trucks and things like that. So it's a learning experience down the road. I also, like I said, had to move my steering wheel, or not my steering wheel, geez, my microphone, because it was in the way. I now have it kind of mounted upwards and pointing down. So yeah, I hopefully didn't screw up too bad with the audio, because I also need it off to the side, because unless I put it up higher, that might be the case. I might have to put it up higher instead of having it off to the side, just so that I can see the screen. I don't want to be staring at my microphone. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.